When most people imagine a medieval castle, they see grandeur, towering stone walls, crackling fireplaces, banners hanging in vast halls, a fortress of kings, knights, and noble power. But step beyond the gate, and the fantasy begins to rot. Because real castles were not the polished legends of storybooks. They were cold, damp, claustrophobic. They smelled of smoke, sweat, wet straw, and human waste. And for the people trapped inside them, servants, soldiers, prisoners, even nobles, castle life was often less like living in a palace, and more like enduring a stone cage. Imagine entering a castle at dawn. The wooden gate groans open. The air inside is thicker than outside, heavy with the smell of animals, mud, and ash. Beneath your feet, the ground is not clean stone, but churned earth slick with rain, dung, and refuse. Servants are already awake. Some haul water, some gut meat, some sweep rushes from the floor, rushes that have soaked up spilled ale, grease, spit, and worse. From the kitchens comes the smell of smoke and boiling broth. From the stables, manure and urine. From the great hall, last night's fire still lingers in the air, trapped in the rafters. Above, in narrow chambers of stone, people wake beneath wool blankets damp from the night cold. There is no soft silence here, only coughing, footsteps, barking dogs, the clatter of iron, the endless movement of a place built first for survival and only second for comfort. The truth is that castles were military structures before they were homes. Their purpose was defense. That meant thick walls, narrow windows, spiral staircases designed to hinder attackers, and rooms built more for protection than pleasure. Inside, they could be shockingly uncomfortable. Stone holds cold. In winter, the chill sank into walls, floors, and furniture. Even with fires burning, many rooms remained bitterly cold, especially in the outer chambers and towers. Tapestries were sometimes hung not just for decoration, but to keep out drafts creeping through the cracks. Lighting was poor. Most windows were small, because large openings weakened defenses. Sunlight barely reached many interior spaces, leaving halls, passages, and stairways in shadow. At night, illumination came from candles, oil lamps, and hearth fires, dim, smoky, and expensive to maintain. Privacy was rare. Even nobles lived in a world of constant presence. Servants slept nearby. Guards stood watch. Guests, retainers, and household staff moved in and out of shared spaces. The Great Hall, often imagined as majestic, was not just ceremonial. It was the center of daily life, where people ate, conducted business, received visitors, and sometimes even slept. And then there was sanitation. Latrines emptied into pits, moats, or the outer walls. Waste disposal was crude. Bathing happened, but not with any modern standard of comfort or frequency. Fleas, lice, rats, and the constant threat of disease were part of castle life. Fresh air was limited, so was cleanliness. Even the finest chambers were still surrounded by the realities of medieval living. Smoke-blackened ceilings, spoiled food, damp bedding, and the constant struggle against cold, dirt, and decay. For servants, castle life was exhausting. They rose before daylight, carried impossible loads, scrubbed floors, cooked over open flames, washed linens by hand, cleaned waste, and slept in cramped quarters with little warmth and less rest. Their world was one of labor without comfort, lived beneath the weight of noble display. For soldiers, life inside a castle meant long stretches of boredom, interrupted by terror. Guard duty in freezing towers, hard bread, sour ale, rusting mail, and always the possibility of siege, when the walls that protected you also trapped you. Because during a siege, a castle became something darker. Food ran low, Water turned foul. Disease spread quickly. Every room grew tighter. Every smell grew stronger. And every person inside knew that if the walls failed, what came next could be slaughter. Even for nobles, castle life was no fairy tale. Status brought tapestries, furs, and private chambers, but not escape from the smoke, the cold, the smell, or the fear. Wealth softened the edges. It did not remove them. A castle was power, yes, but it was also discomfort made permanent. That is the truth hidden behind the romance of medieval stone. Castles were not dream palaces. They were engines of survival. They were built to endure attack, not to nurture peace. And inside their walls, life was shaped by darkness, labor, noise, and the unrelenting presence of hardship. What survives today are the ruins, the clean silhouettes against the sky, the empty halls, the beauty of stone after the smell, suffering, and struggle have long since vanished. But once, those walls were alive, with smoke, with hunger, with fear, with people trying to sleep through the cold in a place that could defend a kingdom, but could not offer comfort. And maybe that is why castles still haunt us, because behind their grandeur lies a simpler truth. They were built to keep death out, while forcing everyone inside to live beside it.